Saturday is very difficult to talk about interesting things because I keep all the juicy stories for This Week in Stupid. And tomorrow's This Week in Stupid, it's going to be glorious, like bestest ever. You're going to have to tune in. I guarantee to you, you will not be disappointed. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. But what to talk about today is the question. And I decided to take two different stories and put it into one video because they both involve talking about social media. One of them is about the Twitter, which is now going to allow people to monetize their tweets. And in my opinion, this is going to be bad for some people and good for others. So if you happen to have a big community on the Twitter, if you're already an established person like a blogger or a YouTuber or someone who's got more than 10,000 subscribers, then I guess you can benefit from this. The way it will work is that you can have a membership on the Twitter, and people who subscribe to that membership will gain access to tweets. So you're basically hiding your tweets behind a paywall. Now, I don't know why anyone would want to pay in order to hear someone's tweets unless you really want to support that person. So it's pretty much like, I guess like a Patreon for Twitter, except Twitter is going to get a cut. And the reason that I'm saying this is a bad thing is because one of the main ways in order to gain popularity on the Twitter is to show the world that you are a completely unhinged lunatic. Like, the more of an unhinged person you are, the more of a sociopath you are, Twitter is not just going to not ban you, but they're going to promote you. Now, I guess like the way Twitter's Trust and Safety Council works is that they prefer some type of sociopaths over others. So not all sociopaths get to benefit from Twitter, but if you manage to fit the mold of what they are looking for, then by all means. So if you're like the worst degenerate type of furry, people that have like interesting sexual desires, let's put it like that, they get promoted. If you're a communist which wants to start a revolution into your nation, then you might get promoted. If you like doxing people and ruining other people's livelihoods, that's what Twitter is looking for. I mean, you can go on the platform yourself and check it out, and you're going to see that this is exactly what I mean, all right? It's the normal people that get pushed out, and it's the abnormal people that not only get promoted, but they're also trending. So, just like, no, okay, go on Twitter right now and see what's trending. Chances are it's going to be the Holocaust, punch a Nazi, Nazi this, Nazi that, like that. Those are the things that are trending. And you're thinking about it, it's like, man, I go on my day-to-day life and I speak with average people. Not a single person talks about the Nazis or the Holocaust. Like, the Holocaust doesn't even get brought up. Unless you're talking about a historical lesson or you're talking about a context of, like, it rarely comes up in conversations. And you can compare this, I believe when Parler was at its height of popularity, like the things that were trending there is like, here's 10 reasons why golf is better than sex. Just like lame boomer stuff. Yeah, but like this is something that, I could see a friend of mine at a bar, like talking about the difference between golf and sex. That's like just something that normal people do, But on Twitter, like the more unhinged you are, the more like you say outlandish stuff, the more you get promoted. So now that there's a financial incentive, you're going to have people just dialing up a notch, like just really trying to show why they are so important. And usually they're going to do this by trying to ruin other people's lives, like trying to find racismus under every blade of grass in order to, oh, look, this person said this 15 years ago. We need to cancel him. Let's start the canceling. Oh, this corporation has the audacity in order to have a book we don't like. Let's pressure their advertisers to, like that. That's the type of thing. Slacktivism is what they called it. Slacktivist. When it's an issue that you don't really care about, but if you pretend you care about, you're going to get political clout and you're going to get followers, right? Now, the second thing is soft censorship. Censorship happens in two ways. Like, one of them is the obvious, when they outright suppress the information from going to the public. And that's the stick. But there's also censorship with the sugar. And you can notice this on YouTube. especially, I don't do it. Okay, I don't do it. I'm not like the other YouTubers, but I'm just telling you what I hear from other people. Let's say a YouTuber has like 6 or 7 topics they can talk about, and he knows for sure that 2 of those topics are going to get demonetized if he talks about. Do you think he's going to talk about those 2 topics? I mean, if he is passionate about talking about these subjects equally, but like he knows that those topics aren't going to get monetized, he's not going to talk about them. A perfect example, okay, It's a Gundam. It's a Gundam is one of my favorite YouTubers when it comes to gaming. Like, I love his content, but I don't think anyone can deny, and I don't think he denies it as well. His content used to be far better when he started the channel than how it is now. And the reason for this is demonetization, okay? Like, for example, cursing. He stopped cursing because his video got demonetized. So, a lot of his jokes were more edgy in nature. A lot of his jokes were like the South Park type of jokes, where the curse is the punchline. Well, he can't do that anymore because he gets demonetized. So he's now censoring his cursing, which caused a massive downgrade on his content. But I understand why he's doing it, right? But what I'm trying to say is that this is just one way that a corporation can just influence the people making content to the point where it's a completely different content than they would initially make just because of the financial incentive. So now you're going to have people on Twitter that get monetized, and maybe they make some money by being members, and they're not going to say the things that they would normally say because it might violate some trust and service policy at Twitter to the point where their monetization can be taken away. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of people that are like, okay, well, we're not going to talk about this because it endangers our monetization issue. So that's how I think this is going to transpire. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is YouTube wanting to copy the popularity of TikTok. Okay, now TikTok is I guess like if Facebook would be YouTube, TikTok would be Twitter. Okay, so you make a short 1-minute video and they usually go viral and people like watching those. Now, the reason TikTok was popular is not, in my opinion, because of the 1-minute format, but it was because it wasn't corporate. Okay, if you were to go back to the golden age of YouTube, which was back in 2014, and you were to look at the search page of what's trending on YouTube, 90% of the search results would have been from independent creators, like people that put their passion and their souls and their artistic creativity in order to make something good. If you go on YouTube's trending page now, I am willing to bet that 80% of the things you're going to find are corporate, okay? Whether it is the mainstream media, whether it is like some other corporation that provides entertainment like Disney or a AAA gaming company, all of the things that are on the front page are going to be corporate, okay? Just do the experiment. Sign out from YouTube, open a fresh browser without any cookies or anything like that, and see what YouTube is shilling you. See what YouTube is promoting. Like, almost all of them are going to be corporate. Go to the news tab. Go on trending. See what's trending, okay? See how many independent YouTube creators you're going to find there. Probably not a lot. And this is why TikTok was popular, because they didn't have the corporations, okay? Because the corporations, they're not edgy, they're not trying to revolutionize anything, they're not out of the box, they're just like bland, plain, plastic, and fake. So you're not going to find something like bum fights, you know, that used to be very popular on YouTube, because people are frowning about that. In fact, you're not going to find Jackass or the Muppets. Like, I understand the Muppets is now problematic. So what would mean if YouTube would make these 1-minute thing like YouTube Shorts? I think that it's going to push out the corporations in the beginning until they find a way to monetize that. But in the beginning, I think it's going to be a return to the YouTube creator. A lot of people are going to make these YouTube Shorts. I personally will make YouTube Shorts. Right now, if you want to make a YouTube video, it's got to be 10 minutes. If it's under 10 minutes, the algorithm hates you. So even if you can have a subject that you would talk about it in 1 minute or less, you're not supposed to do that on YouTube, okay? Because the algorithm hates you. So you need to waste people time and just go blah, 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 like Tim Pool or Quartering or myself. And yeah, this opportunity to have like YouTube Shorts 1 minute, that would be excellent. I would really love it. And you can promote their channel. Like, even if you can't monetize them, because I don't know if you're going to be able to monetize them or not. But even if not, like, you're going to bring eyeballs to your channel. Like, you can make a small 1-minute short that's really funny and people would laugh. And yeah, they're going to watch that and they're going to be like, okay, this guy is funny. What is his channel? And then they're going to check you out. So that's what I think. Anyway, with that said, don't forget to like my channel. It helps with the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you tomorrow on This Week in Stupid. Excellent episode coming out. I'm not going to disappoint you. And I'll see you guys there.